And so right off the bat, we see Jin taking this Hayden bum to a dungeon. And Pete this.
Look, I don't know what our teacher told you about me, but I'm done with school and I refuse to give up on hunting.
He's an E rank talking like this. Like, buddy, know your place. You are Neji levels of sorry. Be careful or else you might end up like the original. But anyway, we end up meeting our leader for this mission. A rank hunter, I'ma call him Iron. And so we enter the dungeon and then immediately Jinwoo's danger sense goes off. Shout out Deku. But then that gate turns red and oh boy, it's looking cooked. Now, for those of you who have not watched Solo Leveling, I'ma quickly explain what a red gate is. Basically, a red gate cuts off all contact from the outside world, and the only way to get out is to beat the boss. And time flows differently here. A day here is only about an hour in the real world. And also, the monsters are usually stronger. Yeah, so long story short, they're cooked. But then we see an arrow coming in, headshot sniping this NPC to the lobby. And then another one almost took off Shorty's head. But fortunately, Jin caught it. Shorty here was the only one who noticed that Jin caught that arrow too. The rest of them got the survival instincts of a potato. But then we see who actually did it, and they were Ice Elves. And they came here on straight timing too. But it's okay, because Captain's gonna bail us out, right?
Sir, I'll join you. So will I. Yeah, me too.
Well, damn, okay. What the captain basically said is that I'd be damned if the weak niggas were with me. And with that, all of the higher ranks except Shorty right here went out. They find marks on these trees and then some ice bears pull up. And long story short, they got washed. So we cut to Jin giving everybody cloaks. And why did Jin get a whole animation for it, bro? Everybody else just spawned with it on. And Joe, look at this nigga. Can't go one day without trying to thirst trap the camera. Don't ask questions and let me aura farm. Looking ass boy. But anyway, some more bears pull up on Jin. And so he's like, well, the perfect time to test out this army I got. And I'm not gonna lie, they were moving kind of saucy with it. They were cutting off paws, teaming, and just putting in mad work. And they were doing good until the leader of the bears pulled up. He started wiping out entire squads of them. And because they were getting knocked out, Jinwoo's mana started to plummet. And all of them disappeared. Except Icarus. This nigga is not bound to the concept of mana. I don't know how, bro. So Jinwoo gives Icarus the okay, and then Icarus starts to walk this nigga down. He finna cook, he finna cook, he finna cook. Weave the first slash and then cut his shoulder. Weaves another attack, came up from the top of the key and blow this nigga's back out. No Riley Reid. Then Icarus drags the sword through his body and then takes out his knees too. Had that bird looking like he was finna get some crazy head. But the bear says he's not finished, but Icarus shut that shit down real fast. Left that nigga headless, just like you on a Saturday night. And Jin was thanking the gods that Icarus agreed to throw hands, cause long story short, he can't handle all that. Parker, what happened to the other squad? You know, the supposedly stronger squad? Oh! Moving on. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, but this guy here, Wong Dong-soo, wants to kill Jin because he put his brother in the meanest pack back in season 1. And he's a better brother than me because I'm not sliding for you after you supposedly got dropped off by an E rank, buddy. That's nefarious work. But then Dong-soo, he starts talking this shit. And then Beast gotta step up because he can't go out like no hoe. And these two were really about to go at it for real. Almost took down this entire alleyway with aura alone. Luckily, Nanami stepped in before these thugs could do anything. So we cut back to this fraud over here tweaking because he finds Jinwoo's massacre. And then he starts talking about it was the ice demons. Whatever that means. And then he sees Jin's team, you know, over here enjoying some nice cooked bear. And he starts fuming because his team is dead and they over here enjoying themselves, having a nice home cooked meal, telling stories by the campfire. And then he starts walking them down. It was never that serious, gang. I promise you. Y'all niggas got to the count of 3 to tell me who the f in charge over here. 1, 2, 3, fuck nigga. Yo, A rank my ass, bro. This nigga did all that just to get one shot by Jin. Rest in peace, you will not be missed, buddy. But apparently he brought company because the Ice Elves are also here. And for some reason, Jin can just speak the Ice Elves language. What? That system doing wonders, I swear. So the king, he starts talking. Let me introduce you to my subordinate. He wants to fight you in a battle. Damn, this nigga went straight for the head, bro. No foreplay, no teasing, no nothing. He tries going for the king too, but that boss fight is locked for you right now, little bro. Side note, why did the horse catch a stray? It was so tough, bro. And also, apparently the elves hear this voice inside their head telling them to kill humans. But for some reason, when they're presented with Jin, they don't hear that voice. He tried saying something else, but the system glitched. Why do you want to fight? We outnumber you. Are you sure about that? I know Jin was itching to pull the shadows out, bro. So while the shadows and the elves fight, the NPCs hit the jets. They realize they not built for this. There's levels to this hunter shit, buddy. But some elves try to shoot at them while they're running. But then Jin catches the arrow and goes 3 for 3 on slashes. But the king, he starts going crazy too. Jumped off of the shadow, then presses Jin off the slash. So they back off and then Jin equips that double dagger. They go rushing in. The king slashes, but Jinwoo weaves that. But Jinwoo tries to come down from the top of the keep. But the king saw that shit. Steps on his blade and he thinks that he has Jinwoo caught. But then Jin despawns the blade, resummons it, and then tries to catch him off the slash. The Ice King blocks and they go slash for a bit until the Ice King rocks Jin with his kick and Jin goes flying. But then this fat fireball comes in rocking the Ice King. And I was like, how the hell did he do that? Turns out it was his mages. But then we cut back to this bum who for some reason still wants smoke with Jin. Buddy, you just got your face palmed into the sand not even 5 minutes ago. You better pipe down. But on some Parker fitted levels of quick thinking, Jin has a plan. So Jin summons Icarus, having him put up a smoke screen. So Jinwoo has Icarus kill the bum, then he proceeds to side-eye him and then make him his soldier. That's gotta be a bottom 3 way to go out. You got packed up by the nigga that you hate and now you gotta serve him eternally. That's rough, buddy. And they really must have changed this broke nigga life cause he low-key tough now. He even got a new name. And I'll say this every time I see a character with the battle axe. You're not the GOAT, buddy. You could never be Stark. So the king rushes back in and Iron does his best Klay Thompson impression going 0 for 10. But the king notices that Iron is still a bum. But he tells Jin and Icarus to come over here so that they can get him from all angles.
What?
And yo, you might be gay, pal. Because what do you mean you want 2 grown men to come at you with their swords so that they can hit you from all angles? So without wasting time, Jin and Icarus go rushing in. So Icarus rushes in, he gets countered and blocked twice, and then the king jumps up. But Jinwoo has that Hall of Fame chase down, so he meets him up there. But still, the king blocks that weak shit. He falls back down and Icarus is on that ass trying to redeem himself, but he gets weaved again. And then while he's jumping, Jin goes for another attack, but he gets blocked. Icarus tries to go back in for the 3rd time, but this time he gets blocked and then sent flying across the map. What happened to my long sword goat, man? Not even a full episode and you already washed. You hate to see it. And I don't even know what happened here, but they both got blocked, so I guess both of them just asked. But then Iron gets mad because he's pulling a 10-10, getting 0 screen time. So the king focuses Iron, rocking this nigga's shield. Icarus tries clutching up for Iron, but he gets weaved for the 4th time. And I swear to God, Icarus, you are low-key pissing me off. But I guess Icarus was just a distraction, because when the king dodges, Jinwoo is already there. I think you forgot something. This is my show, nigga. And at this point, Jinwoo's troops handled all the other Ice Elves. So now it's just a 1v1 for the dub. Jinwoo starts out first throwing his daggers. Then he calls them back and they come in rocking the king. Then Jin tags in Iron and he grabs a hold of the king. Then his mages come in roasting him. But the king still isn't down and now he's pissed. But then we see that Jinwoo came in with the sneak attack. Damn. And then to finish it off, Iron comes back this time with a sledgehammer, and then he flattens the king like he 2024 Ice Spice. For the rest of it at. And that's ball game. Later when they get back, Beast is on that ass. 7 of his hunters just got packed up, and the supposed weakest ones came back unharmed. 6 of my members just died in that gate. So if you know what's best for you, you're gonna answer the question. I'm the reason 2 of your members lived, right? Shouldn't you be thanking me? That boy Jin talking his shit. For real though, who needs story depth and character development when I have this peak on my screen? Anyway, that's it for today. Like, comment, sub. I love y'all and goodbye.